Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Black Forest coming to you with another pre-market analysis video. This morning, we will be looking at the Euro USD. But before we get started with breaking down the Euro USD, we have to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, but we all know why you're here to try to find good quality financial content and education that can help improve one's finances. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so before we get to kind of breaking down technically what's going on the chart, we have to look at the fundamentals. And as we stated in previous videos, the USD is weak due to the American economy being in a state of inflation. Now, the euro is also one of our weaker currencies because not so much that the collective nations in the UN in the euro in the what makes up the euro are in a state of inflation. They're actually just all collectively still recovering from how COVID affected the economy for the past couple of years. So euro is one of our weaker currencies from a fundamental standpoint. But the European Union, the nations that make up the European Union, are not in a state of inflation. It's just they're collectively kind of weak because every country is still trying to get its bearings together from an economic financial standpoint because of the effects of COVID. And this is why you almost see this as going down in a kind of a downtrend, which means from a fundamental standpoint that the USD has been stronger than the euro. So that's kind of how weak the euro is, even though we know that the USD is one of our weaker currencies, that the euro is so weak that it's not even stronger than the USD, which is one of our weaker currencies. So we can determine that the euro and the USD are two of our weaker currencies heading into this trading week. Now, the only way that can cause the chart to go up is if we have some good European economic news to come out that can push price down, or we have a fundamental shift in the USD in which it starts to become much more weaker than it is, and that will be able to allow this to also go up too. But if the euro continues on its trajectory of not doing so well because of the countries are part of the European Union, and it becomes much more weaker than it is, or it currently maintains its current state of weakness, we can still continue to have a push down. So what we'll be looking for on the chart is, as we're starting to have, is we're having a pathetic push up. We'll be looking for a range, and then price will push down. And let's say we do have a fundamental shift in which the European Union collectively get everything together, or we have a fundamental shift in which the USD becomes much more weaker than it currently is, then we'll have a significant push up range. No, excuse me, a significant push up, slight pathetic push to come down, range, and then price will continue. Okay? But if it continues on this current trajectory, we're going to continue to have this pathetic push up, slight range, and then price will continue to go down. Okay? But these two areas here are somewhat to pay attention to, as we can see, price came down to this area, rejected, slightly came back down, and came back up. So we can end up going down again and bouncing from this area, slightly going up just before we continue to go back down. Or this may be the springboard in which price continues to go up. It's just like I said, just because something looks like something, especially in this business of Forex, you want to wait for the chart to show you the breadcrumbs that this is a sale. You want to wait for the chart to show you the breadcrumbs that, okay, we've been selling, but now we're starting to turn over the price. Okay? Just don't blindly just place positions because of how something look. Wait for the chart to give you the information that you need before you place your position. Okay? And with that being said, hope this information was helpful. Happy trading.